Times have been hard for people recently, especially financially. And that's where we at Dalton Financial Services come in. We're here to help. We've helped all sorts of residents of Skew Bridge over the years, from both sides of the bridge, from doctors and lawyers.
I am Dr. Mackintosh, known as Dr. Mac to many of my patients here in Skew Bridge, where I've been working now for 30 years.
To businessmen.
How tough upbringing. My mum left me when I was 2. Got involved with the wrong side of the crowd. Lost count how many times I've been excluded at school. So how did I change my life? By becoming a hairdresser.
You say that travel broadens the mind. I love travelling. I love Italy. I was in Italy, in Sicily, in Mondello, when I got the news that my mother and father had suddenly passed away. So of course I had to come back.
Cleaners and students.
I lived on this estate for yonks. It's a nice little estate. There's a green out front where Samantha used to play when she was little.
My name's Sammy, by the way. Not Samantha. My mum's been driving me mad with that recently.
I loved watching her play. Bit of a struggle bringing her up on my own.
We live down the other end of the bridge. You know, the dodgy end. It's just me and my mum. Always has been. I don't remember my dad.
Her dad left when she was 3. Two-time me.
The moors. My mum and I used to run across them every morning at 6 a.m.
Times have been hard for people.
My wife, she also was a student of medicine. After 2 or 3 years of courtship, we decided to get married. Became junior doctors, but unfortunately the marriage only lasted 10 years. It was my fault, really. We couldn't have children.
I mean, it's not like Phil can uproot his family and bring them all the way back from Australia, is it? So, once again, little brother had to come and sort it all out. So I'm stuck here. Since I can't go abroad, I thought I'd bring a bit of abroad here. So I brought a bit of Italy back. Well, Italy turned up on the doorstep one day, I should say.
Hi to everyone, I am Giovanni, an Italian chef. As soon as I finished my studies, I started working. But Italy, sadly, never recognized the value of work. And I never took more than 400 euros per month. And believe me, working in a kitchen is not easy at all. The heat, the sound of the fan constantly in my ears, like a jackhammer beating on my temples, repeatedly and interruptedly. It's like hell.
Just as we crested the first summit, the sun would rise. We'd only moved here 6 months. Dad's work, buying properties. We loved running. The wind on our faces, the challenge. It was great. 32 medals before 19. That was my mother. I was on 30 and I was 16. This close. We'd just crossed the finish line and she fell. had to drag her to the sidelines.
I had to get a little cleaning job, you know, just to keep our heads above water. I cleaned in one of them big houses over at Bridge. And Marge, the owner, she looks after me. But like, when we go into the shop, she says I have to call her Marjorie and not be as chatty. Do you know what? Samantha's going to get one of them big houses. She's really clever, not like me.
I love my mum to bits, but, you know, she just doesn't get me at all. She's so desperate for me to make something of myself. Go to university and get a good job. You know, big house, nice car. All the things she's never had.
I mean, when she leaves college, she's going to go to uni, and then she's going to get a really, really good job. And then, next minute, she'll be moving in next door to Marge.
So naturally, she went mental when I tore up one of them uni prospectuses and turned it into a huge art collage. That's the only thing I've ever really wanted to do, though. In the future, I really want to have my own art studio. But Mum always says there's no money in art.
She'll do it.
Well, there's never been no money in my life, so that won't make much of a difference. And when I think about having an office job, 9 to 5s and meetings, and quite frankly, it makes me want to vomit. I just want so much more out of my life than that.
I really think she will.
I have clients coming in, all saying how well I do, and oh, I love what you did with my hair. You must be very good at what you do. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, there are times where I really love my job. And I love the people that come in, and I like making them happy, because that makes me happy. But you know, there are times where I do fancy a challenge.
I stopped running for a while. When I started again, it was like life had come back to Dad's eyes. Just as you pass the bridge, Skew Bridge, 5 miles down the country road, there's this Royal Air Force base. I see them in the yard, training, regimented. My life's already regimented. Calorie counted diet, specific wake up, specific bedtime. I think it's time I started running a different race. Just don't know how to tell Dad that his daughter's going to war.
But me, Andrew and Giovanni, we're going to drag this place into the 21st century.
But I do this job because for me food is art. Helping people feel better. That's everything. Besides, I came here to stop hearing my father's voice. Fucking faggot! I like women, but I also like men. And in some part of Italy, asexuality is still considered a disease. So I came here to get better wages and the freedom I never had. Let's start a new life.
And as soon as I can, I'm out of here.
The practice was on the south side of the bridge, the poorer side of Skew Bridge. But then we moved after 5 years to a brand new practice north of the bridge, the more well-to-do area. I got to know people from when they were babies to when they were elderly. Some of them thought I was a miracle worker, but I wasn't. I could cure people with drugs, but unfortunately there were times when I had to tell them the tragic news that they had cancer. Not an easy time. Anyway, I'm due to retire and I'm looking forward to it. I want to play golf, do some gardening, go walking and enjoy the rest of my life.
Now it is true that sometimes people have trouble making repayments, but don't worry, we can always come to some arrangement.